and other GRTS programs live on www.grts.gm. There you can also monitor GRTS radio live. Time now to take our first break. We'll be right back.
My expectations are very bright. I'm expecting a lot of good development to be done, as we saw in the last 17 years of the APRC and the APRC government. Interestingly, these 5 years is starting this month, January, and it also coincides with the implementation of the page period, which is 2012 to 2015. That is the new government development blueprint program for accelerated growth and employment. There is a bright future, and I think I should wish him all the best, for all what he wants for this country. It is a good achievement.
Welcome back. Trade unions in Nigeria have suspended their week-long nationwide strike in the wake of the government's removal of fuel subsidies. But after a series of meetings with unions, Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan decided to lower gasoline prices by 30%. Despite the concession, ordinary Nigerians are venting their anger in the streets, many of them railing at the high cost of fuel. We have details of that story in this report.
Nigerian unions ended a week-old nationwide strike Monday after President Goodluck Jonathan agreed to lower gasoline prices by 30%. The government had ended fuel subsidies on January 1st, causing gasoline prices to more than double. After the president's announcement Monday, citizens rushed to gas stations, causing long lines and angry customers.
We queue here since over 5 o'clock, and we could not able to get fuel from the filling station. So President Goodluck Jonathan and the Labour, they have to come to agreement and save us out of this situation.
The president's compromise was aimed at putting an end to the general strike, but Jonathan said the government will continue to pursue full deregulation of the downstream petroleum sector. The main fuel protests have been largely peaceful. Before the president's announcement, unions had earlier vowed to press ahead with the strike while calling off street protests. Several street protests were held anyway.
President Jonathan and his team of advisors have lost touch with reality. The idea is not about the amount. The idea is that you are coming against the voice of the Nigerian people. You do not decide unilaterally that what brought about 97, why not 94?
Soldiers occupied main protest sites and set up checkpoints in key areas Monday for the first time since the strike began on January 9th. They later fired tear gas and shot in the air to disperse demonstrators in the capital, Lagos. There were no reported injuries. Meanwhile, the price of food has sharply increased. Most of the country of some 160 million live on less than $2 a day.
The late president of Guinea-Bissau, Malang Bekai Sanyang, has been laid to rest at the Bissau military base. Thousands of mourners, including 2 neighboring leaders, attended the burial. And the head of the Supreme Military Council in Egypt, Marshal Hussein Tantoui, is on a visit to neighboring Libya. The visit is the first by the military leader barely a year since succeeding Hosni Mubarak. We have details in this report.
Chad was hosting the 15th summit of the Economic Community of Central African States on Sunday and Monday. Chadian President Idriss Deby called on high-level invites to invest more in their own countries. He said that Central Africa should not be the last train car behind the locomotive of globalization. The heads of state of the 10 countries present left each other with a call to apply the concept of free circulation of people and goods. Support came from Jean Ping, head of the African Union Commission, and a candidate to succeed himself. Malamba Kaisanya was buried on Sunday. The president of Guinea-Bissau died on January 9th in Paris. He was buried in the presence of thousands of people and the presidents of neighboring countries Senegal and Cape Verde. We must create conditions for peace and stability. These are absolutely necessary for building a democratic legal state in which Guineans have good lives. Malamba Kaisanya's casket had no inscription on it. The ruling party said a plaque will soon be placed on the tomb. The acting head of state in Egypt is in Libya. It is Marshal Hussein Tantawi's first foreign visit after succeeding Hosni Mubarak. The head of the Supreme Council of Armed Forces in Egypt was welcomed in Tripoli by the president of the National Libyan Transition Council, Mustafa Abdel Jalil. The visit is meant to strengthen relations between the two neighbors. Both Egypt and Libya saw revolutions in 2011.
Well, time now to take a quick look at the weather report, courtesy of the Central Forecast Office.
The Gambia is endowed with a wonderful landscape full of baobab trees. Like its Cape Point in Bakau, it is one of the most exotic sceneries in the world. The baobab tree is a symbol of resilience, wisdom, and resourcefulness. For the baobab tree provides good food in times of hunger, rents its bark for medications, and its sap for glue. In the Gambia, there is a company like the baobab tree, 100% African and purely Gambian in all aspects. In know-how, design, value, capital, and management. That company is Elton. Elton, employing hundreds of Gambians and proudly associating itself with development in the Gambia. Elton, side by side with the Gambia.
Hello, and once again it's a warm welcome to the weather segment. As usual, we have a quick check at today's weather followed by the forecast. Conditions of the Gambia were mainly relatively warm and sunny. For what will follow, let's have a quick check at the satellite image captured at 16:30 hours, indicating spreads of medium-level clouds over parts of northern Africa, with deep convective systems observed over the southeastern part of the continent. Elsewhere over Africa was generally dry and stable during the period. For our forecast tonight, we're expecting a dry, partly cloudy, and a cool atmosphere, becoming cooler near dawn in the inland areas. The day tomorrow will be partly cloudy, warm, and hazy, particularly in the afternoon. Winds will continue to be easterly in orientation, but generally light to moderate in speed. Morning temperature values will be 21 degrees Celsius over Banjul and Yundum. We're expecting 19 degrees Celsius over Kerawan and Sibano. Ginoy will also record 21 degrees Celsius, as well as Kaur, Sapo, Yanyambure, Basen Fatoto will be 22 degrees Celsius tomorrow morning. Top temperatures are expected to be 33 degrees Celsius over Banjul, Yundum, and Ginoy. We're expecting 32 degrees Celsius over Kerawan and Sibano. Kaur will be 33 degrees Celsius, Sapo, Yanyambure, and Basse will record 34 degrees Celsius, and Fatoto will be 35 degrees Celsius warm tomorrow afternoon. For those going to sea, low tides will be 0.42 meters at 2 minutes to 10 o'clock in the morning, also 0.59 meters at 10:32 in the evening. High tides are expected to be 1.53 meters at 3:28 in the morning, and we're also expecting high tides of 1.45 meters at 4:29 in the afternoon. Wave heights will vary between 1 to 2 meters and will be mainly northeasterly swells. The sun will rise at 26 minutes to 8 o'clock and will set at 3 minutes to 1900 hours. With that, we have a quick check at the international forecast, and it's a very good night to everyone.